started.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm Brian Webster. I with I IT. I work with web development primarily in the back end, and I'm happy this morning to be able to introduce a new staff member for us, Alex. He's going to be working with Chrissy and I and kind of filling in some of the gaps where we've been. Um, Missing some things, and we're really happy to have him on board. And he's going to talk to us about summaries this morning. So take it away, Alex.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Yeah. So, like Brian said, I'm the new guy here. My focus is mainly like optimization. That's kind of the big umbrella here. A lot of user research coming down the line, things like that. But so, yes, today we are talking about summaries. I did make a little PowerPoint. I'm going to be honest, it's pretty bare bones. It's mostly for the game at the end. So at the end, I will ask that you guys kind of come off and participate with me a little bit, but we'll get to that. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's see, play from the start. All right, is everyone seeing the presentation?
Yep, looks good.
Awesome. So today we are talking about writing effective summaries. This is kind of what went out with that email, just acknowledging that it can be challenging to write these summaries when we have multiple people in and out of the articles or whatever we're writing for. So I broke it down into 4 steps on how we can write an effective summary, and then at the end we're going to look at some examples. So the 4 steps to writing an effective summary. Number 1 is know your material. Number 2, make an outline. 3, use your own voice. And 4, cut out all the pretty bits. A lot of these are going to be pretty straightforward. You're like, well, yeah, of course that's what you're going to do. But because they're so basic, a lot of people overlook them. So that's why we're going to talk about them. And if you have any questions, feel free to interrupt me or, you know, throw in a chat or something, and I'll try and keep an eye on that. So the first one, know your material. Before you can write a summary on the material, you need to have read the material or watched the material. You need to know what is consisted, what lives inside of that material. So before you start the summary, know the material. Number 2 is to make an outline. So this is where you're going to take, and as you're reading, just copy down words or sentences that stick out to you. We live in an age of like keywords, hashtags, things like that. So when something pops out to you, make sure you jot that down because that could be important as you write that summary in terms of searching. All right. So number 3 is use your own voice. So leave the technical writing in those furniture construction books. There's a time and place for it, but it's not going to be in those summaries. We're wanting people to engage with the stuff that we're writing. We want them to click into those articles or those videos or those schedules. And to do that, it needs to feel like an actual human has wrote it. So write it in your own voice. So, you know, something to keep in mind there. And the 4th one is cut out the pretty bits. So I know this is a little contradicting to what I just said, but a typical summary, we want it to be between 1 to 3 sentences, kind of less is more. So reread what you wrote and delete any flourishes. So you're going to look for repetitiveness from, you know, are you saying the title in the summary? Because the title is right above the summary, so you don't really need that. You're going to look for a lot of adjectives. If you have like the huge purple balloon bouncy house, it's like, well, they don't need to know that it's huge and purple. They just need to know that we've got a bouncy house, right? So kind of take out all of those flourishes in your summaries because we don't want to overload them with information. We just want them to get enough that they want to click in. So those are the 4 steps. I kind of ran through them because I really want to get to this end part, uh, the game part. But are there any questions on any of those? Just off the bat, I'm not seeing anything. Awesome. So then we are going to move into the examples. So for the first example, I pulled a movie, The Dark Knight. So I just typed in Dark Knight summary, and the bad summary is what popped up. So that is the first paragraph to like a 3-page summary of this movie. I'll give you a minute, but basically it's going into a ton of detail. Um, Let me give you guys a minute so you can read through the bad summary. All right. And I do want to just, before we go any further, when I say bad, it is not a bad summary. It's just a very detailed summary. And that's not our goal here when we're writing for our pages. So that summary gives us in 2 paragraphs, or really 1 paragraph, about the first 30 minutes of the movie. Whereas the good summary on the right says, when the menace known as the Joker wreaks havoc and chaos on the people of Batman must accept one of the greatest psychological and physical tests of his ability to fight injustice. So it doesn't tell us the plot. It doesn't tell us really a whole lot, but it gives us enough information that we know what's going on, and if we want to know more, we can dive in, but we got a good understanding there. Any questions on that? Cool, cool. So the next one, this is a more applicable one, but our bad summary. Come join us at the annual July 4th celebration at the Historical State Park in Sample City, Iowa, starting at 9 a.m. on July 4th. There will be food, fun, and much more. There will also be live performances from Cool Singer and Cool Painter. Um, it's not a bad summary, it's a lot going on there. So if we rewrote that and took out all of that like repetitive information, um, all the details we don't really need, we could just say, come join us at our annual July 4th celebration for food, fun, and live performances. Now, there are cases where you might want to call out those specific singer or painter or performance, and in that case, you would work around that. But in general, you want to just give them a tidbit so they have to go into that article and get those major details. So that leads me to my 1 sentence summaries. So this is the game. So how this is going to work is I have created a 1 sentence summary of a movie, and I'm giving you 4 options to choose from. So if you want to use chat or you want to come off mute, either of those work. Um, but you're going to choose what you guys think is the correct answer. So the first one, a troubled child finds the courage to help a friendly alien escape Earth and return to his home planet. Is that The Iron Giant, E.T., Alien, or Guardians of the Galaxy? Got an E.T. in the chat. The Iron Giant. Oh, got another E.T. Love that, love that. All right. So the correct answer, lots of ETs, is going to be ET. Yes. So as we're going through this game, I kind of set you guys up to, you know, it could be multiple answers. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to go back to that. Think of those keywords. What's some keywords that I could have thrown into my 1 sentence summary that could have led you to that correct answer? Here, maybe not the best example of that, right? Like I left out, I could have said like, could help an alien escape Earth and phone home. because everyone knows that, right? So then it's going to lead them to the answer that I want. So that's kind of how keywords work is, take them where you want. So the next one, an aristocrat falls in love with a kind, financially insecure artist aboard a luxurious ship. Is it Treasure Planet, Jane Eyre, Titanic, or The Notebook? We got Titanic. Lost my mouse. Okay, lots of Titanics. Yep, Titanic. Um, so this one, the answer is Titanic. So this one, actually, we could argue that it could have been Treasure Planet, could have been The Notebook. In my opinion, I mean, they definitely fell in love on that little rowboat, right? Like we can all agree that. Um, but the thing I did was add luxurious ship. Had I taken out luxurious ship, all of a sudden, if I just said artist aboard a boat, all of a sudden it becomes a little less clear on which movie I'm talking about. And that's kind of the power of those keywords. But good job. Very good consensus there. So the next one, a young man joins forces with unlikely partners to rescue a princess from an evil force. The Princess Bride, The Road to Camelot, Still Magnolias, or Star Wars. This one's a little harder. We got Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. Very cool. Yeah, so this one is going to be Star Wars. You guys are right. Um, the evil force and the force, I tried to throw in a lot of force, but I will admit that this one was a little tricky. We have two more. So the next one, a young woman wakes up in a colorful, unknown land and must make her way to the capital city to find a way home. Is it Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz, The Labyrinth, or Spider Man? This one's a little harder. Got some Wizard of Oz. Okay. The Labyrinth. Very nice. Yeah, so the answer that I wanted everyone to was Wizard of Oz, but I did put in so Alice in Wonderland, The Labyrinth. They're pretty. I mean, that's pretty hard. They're pretty similar themes. Um, so I could add more keywords here to make it more obvious. Um, meets friends along the way, blah blah blah. Um, but I think we did pretty okay. Looks like most people got it. So the last one. A team of magical people must walk a really long way to destroy some jewelry. Is it Captain Planet, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, or The Notebook? That one's uh, so. Yeah, looks like we got this one. So this is an example. Um, it is Lord of the Rings. This is an example where I'm taking more pop culture keywords. I mean, it's a running joke that like the whole book, the whole series is just like they're walking, also they're walking. Something happens, but then they go to walk some more. So in this instance, instead of taking something directly from the content or that, I wanted to pull something that was more like universally known. So you can do things like that. Um, but yeah, so I think that is it for the game here. I was trying to keep it at 15 minutes, but we're a little over. Are there any questions? So that's kind of, this is just oop, can I go back? Yes. This is just those one sentence summaries all together. Um, but are there any questions on any of these, on keywords in general? pretty quiet. All right. Well, so just in closing, here are some reminders. Things you want to avoid when you're writing a summary. You want to avoid repeating any information. So if it's in the title, it doesn't need to be in the summary. If you said it in the first sentence, don't say it in the last. We don't need to over explain in our summaries. We're just giving like a quick snippet. All the big explanations are going to be inside the actual article. Avoid being too technical or too robotic in the way you're writing. And then we want to avoid putting summaries in our or photos in our summaries. Um, it's a ability that you have, but as far as a user goes, only about 20% of the words on your website are actually being read statistically. So we want to make sure that we're highlighting our keywords and we're not putting a picture in a spot that it's going to be too small for anyone to actually look at or read. So we just want to focus on that. Things to remember are those keywords. Going back to that, only about 20% of the words on your website are actually being read. So we need to make sure that when people are skimming, they're getting those like hot words, those keywords, those hashtags, things like that. They're all really standing out. Summary should be about 1 to 3 sentences, and then use your own voice when you're writing. It's going to be more personable. It's going to be more inviting. It's going to get people more engaged. Um, but yeah, so that is it. I just want to say thank you. If you guys want to reach out to me personally, I'm happy to either jump on a call with you, look at your personal sites, or if you just want me to look at it on my own and send what I think or what if it's, perfect or what we could work on there. I'm happy to do that. That's my email. Feel free to send something out. Um, and if not, that's fine too. Won't hurt me. I'm sure we'll all see each other again eventually. But yeah, so that is it for this recording. I do not have the information on what the next webinar is, but I'm sure it'll be great, and I hope to see you guys all there. Yeah, good to meet everyone. I'm going to stop the recording, possibly. Stop recording.